Your life begins to change the moment you focus on solutions, not problems. Most people don't even realize it, but they spend their days stuck in what's wrong. They overthink, they complain, they wait for something to fix itself. And the more they focus on the problem, the bigger it feels. That's why progress feels so far away. Because the focus is in the wrong place. If you keep feeding the problem with your attention, you'll stay exactly where you are. In this video, you'll learn how to focus on solutions, not problems. You'll understand how to take back control of your mind, how to stop letting your emotions make your decisions, and how to shift your attention toward what actually moves your life forward. This is real talk, real mindset work, and real results. No fluff, no hype, just clear, simple truths that will help you stop wasting time and finally start growing again. Welcome to Speak Smart English. In this detailed masterclass, we're going to dive deep into the psychology and practical tools of solution-focused thinking. We will transform your mindset from a victim of circumstance to a master of action. Get ready because your journey to a life of growth begins right now. Part 1. The core mindset shift. The power of radical responsibility and focused attention. The trap of blame and the freedom of responsibility. One of the most important truths you will ever learn is this: you are not responsible for what happened to you, but you are 100% responsible for what happens from now on. This isn't about blaming yourself for the past. It's about taking back your power in the present. People who stay stuck in problems are caught in the blame loop. They blame their family, their past, their education, their boss, their job, or even their luck. But blaming is a trap. It gives your power away to an external force, making you a passenger in your own life. Blaming doesn't build anything. It only drains your energy and keeps your focus locked on the past. It's a comfortable excuse that prevents you from taking uncomfortable but necessary action. On the other hand, radical responsibility is the decision to lead your own life, regardless of how you got here. It means saying, "This is my life. It may not be perfect, but I am in charge now." This mindset isn't a burden. It's the ultimate liberation. The moment you take responsibility, you stop waiting for a savior, you stop pointing fingers, and you start looking for a way forward. This is the first and most crucial step toward becoming a solution-focused person. Actionable exercise: the responsibility reset. Step 1, the acknowledgement. Pick one problem you have been stuck on. Write it down. Now write down everything and everyone you have blamed for it. Be brutally honest. Step 2, the pivot. Now draw a line under that list. Write this sentence: "From here on out, this is my problem to solve." Step 3, the first step. Ask yourself, what is one small, tangible action I can take today to move forward regardless of the past? This shifts your focus from what's wrong to what you can do right now. Train your focus, the science of your attention. Your life will always follow the direction of your focus. If your focus is on what's missing, broken, or what hasn't worked, then your mind will build patterns around those things. This is not a weakness. It's a biological reality. Your brain's reticular activating system, RAS, is a filter that looks for what you tell it to look for. If you constantly feed it problems, it will show you more problems. If you train it to look for solutions, it will show you opportunities. Most people wake up and their attention immediately goes to what's wrong: the stress, the deadlines, the things they don't like. They give away their focus to distractions, notifications, and other people's opinions. But your focus is your most valuable resource. It is your energy. And where your energy goes, your life follows. Actionable exercise, the three-step focus training protocol. Step 1, the awareness check. Throughout your day, set a timer for random intervals. When it goes off, ask yourself, what am I giving my energy to right now? Is this serving my growth or just a distraction? Step 2, the gentle redirect. If you find your focus on a problem or distraction, don't get frustrated. Gently, without judgment, pull your mind back. Ask yourself, what is one small thing I can do right now to move forward? Step 3, the daily victory log. At the end of each day, write down 3 small things that went right. They don't have to be big wins, just 3 moments where you felt clarity, took a step forward, or made a good choice. This simple act trains your RAS to look for progress instead of problems. Part 2. Overcoming the paralysis of fear, the anatomy of action. The lie of waiting, how fear exaggerates problems. The biggest mistake people make is waiting. They wait to feel ready, to stop being afraid, or for the situation to seem easier. But the longer you wait, the harder everything feels. Fear doesn't shrink on its own, it grows. The more time you spend thinking about a problem without acting, the more your imagination takes over and turns challenges into monsters. What started as a small step becomes a mountain in your mind, not because it's truly that difficult, but because you've allowed fear to stretch it out of proportion. Fear is a survival instinct, a signal to stop. But in the modern world, it often gets confused. Your brain can't tell the difference between the danger of a tiger and the discomfort of a cold call or a difficult conversation. So it whispers, "Let's wait." If you listen to that voice, you create a habit of hesitation. This habit becomes automatic, and one day you realize you've been standing still for years. The 5-second rule, your antidote to hesitation. You don't overcome fear by thinking about it, you overcome it by acting. And the most effective antidote to hesitation is a simple principle, the 5-second rule. The moment you have an instinct to act on a goal, you have a 5-second window to move before your brain's fear and doubt mechanism kicks in. If you don't physically move, your brain will kill the idea. Actionable exercise, the 5-second rule in practice. When you feel the urge to do something productive, don't think, just count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Then take one single physical action. It doesn't have to be the whole task. It just needs to be the first step. Only fear, I need to start that new project. 5-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll open a blank document and title it. This small act of movement sends a new message to your brain. The discomfort is not deadly. The action is happening now. With every action, fear loses its grip. Building courage one step at a time. People think courage feels like confidence, but courage often feels like shaking hands, a nervous stomach, and a dry throat, and still doing the thing anyway. Courage doesn't come first, it shows up after the action. You build it as you go. The longer you stall, the more power fear gains. The moment you act, fear loses its grip. Every time you repeat this process, you build a mindset that doesn't freeze under pressure. You become someone who solves instead of stalls. Part 3. Mastering your response to setbacks, the power of pause and pivot. Setbacks are not permanent, they are information. Every single person faces setbacks. You cannot avoid them, but you can decide how you react to them. Your reaction shapes your future more than the event itself. The same setback can destroy one person and develop another. The difference is in how each person chooses to handle it. The truth is, your first reaction to a setback reveals the quality of your mindset. If you always respond with frustration, blame, or self-pity, you're building habits that keep you in that same place. But if you train yourself to pause, stay aware, and choose a response that moves you forward, you start building a different kind of life, one that gets stronger under pressure instead of weaker. The pause and pivot technique. When a setback happens, your mind will want to go into an emotional reaction. This is where you practice the pause and pivot technique. Step 1. Pause, the acknowledgement. When something goes wrong, don't react immediately. Take a deep breath. Acknowledge what happened without judgment. You are creating space between the event and your response. This short pause gives you back control. Step 2. Ask, the analysis. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask a different set of questions. What just happened objectively? What is one small lesson here? What would a stronger version of me do right now? Step 3. Pivot, the action. Now, based on the answers to those questions, decide on one small, intentional action you can take to move forward. This action doesn't have to fix the whole problem. It just needs to redirect your energy. The postmortem analysis, learning without blame. After a setback, the best way to learn is to do a postmortem analysis. This isn't about self-blame, it's about self-improvement. Ask these questions in a journal. 1. What happened? Describe the event factually. 2. What was my role in the outcome? Focus on what you could have done differently, not what others did. 3. What did I learn from this? Extract the lesson. 4. What is my new plan for next time? Create a clear, actionable plan. This simple process turns every setback into a valuable lesson and helps you build resilience and maturity. Part 4. The Ultimate Solution Focus Toolkit. Practical strategies for problem solving. The miracle question. When you are so focused on a problem that you can't see a solution, this simple question can change everything. It comes from solution-focused therapy. The question is, if you woke up tomorrow and by some miracle your problem was solved, what would be the first thing you would notice that was different? This question forces your brain to bypass the problem and imagine a world where the solution already exists. It helps you identify what a solution looks like in real life. It shifts your mindset from, "How do I get rid of this pain?" to "What does my life look like without it?" Scaling questions. The problem often feels huge and overwhelming. Scaling questions help you break it down and see progress. A scaling question is a simple question on a scale of 1 to 10. For example, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is the worst it could be and 10 is the problem completely solved, where are you right now? This is powerful because it gives you a clear number. It helps you see that you are likely not at a 1. The next question is even more powerful. What is one small thing you could do to move from a 4 to a 5? This makes the solution manageable and achievable, turning a huge problem into a series of small, winnable steps. Finding the exception. Often the problem isn't always present. There are exceptions. Finding the exception means you deliberately look for times when the problem didn't happen. For example, if your problem is, "I'm always late," you might ask yourself, when was a time this week that I was on time? What was different about that day? This simple question helps your brain find an existing solution. You're not looking for a new answer. You're looking for an old answer that you've forgotten. It shows you that you already have the ability to solve this problem. You just need to be more consistent with the actions that work. Part 5. Application and transformation. The solution-focused life. How to apply this mindset to learning English. A fixed mindset sees English learning as a series of problems. My pronunciation is bad. My grammar is terrible. I'm not confident enough to speak. A growth mindset with a solution-focused approach sees it differently. Problem: my pronunciation is bad. Solution-focused mindset: my pronunciation is not where I want to be yet. What is one small exercise I can do today to improve one specific sound? Problem: I forget vocabulary. Solution-focused mindset: what's the best method I've used in the past to remember words? What can I do today to practice that method for just 5 minutes? Problem: I'm afraid to speak. Solution-focused mindset: instead of focusing on my fear, what is the smallest, safest step I can take to practice speaking? Maybe it's just speaking one sentence to a friend or to myself in the mirror. Building a solution-focused community. Your environment matters. Surround yourself with people who talk about solutions, not just problems. Seek out people who ask, "What's next?" instead of, "Why did this happen?" Join communities that uplift and encourage action. When you change the people you surround yourself with, you change the way you think and the way you live. Conclusion: your time starts now. Your mindset is your greatest superpower. A problem-focused mindset can trap you, while a solution-focused mindset can set you free. It's not about being positive all the time. It's about being powerful all the time. It's about being deliberate with your energy, your focus, and your action. You don't need permission to change. You don't need to wait for motivation. You need to take responsibility, train your focus, act before fear takes over, and master your reactions. Your future depends on the actions you take today. So no more stories about why it's hard. Everyone has hard. The only difference is the choice you make right now. Will you focus on the problems or build the solutions? Don't wait. Your time starts now. Show up. Own your path. Be the reason your life moves forward. And never forget, your future depends on the actions you take today. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe to Speak Smart English for more powerful content that will help you grow. I'll see you in the next one.